Fellow Blues, another disappointing EPL Saturday for us Chelsea fans. Burnley 2, Chelsea 2. A game that we expected Chelsea to snatch all 3 points after our 4 match unbeaten before the international break, including our draw against Manchester City. Coming to today's game against Burnley, we expected Chelsea to snatch all 3 points, considering the fact that Burnley is one of the worst performing team this season in EPL. They have the poorest or very poor defense, a poor attack. So Chelsea had no excuse coming to today's game. Mauricio Pochettino and the Chelsea players not to have snatched all 3 points, but we saw a more of like a lazy or unintentional performance without a zeal to win the game from the Chelsea players. We keep on questioning the capability of Mauricio Pochettino when it comes to games like this. If you cannot get 3 points against Burnley, I wonder the team which you'll be getting 3 points from. Burnley this season has been more of like a walkover team for the rest of the EPL teams. It's more of like, you come, give us our 3 points. But if getting to Chelsea turn, it's almost like Burnley has turned to Barcelona or Real Madrid. Not because Burnley was so superb today, but because the Chelsea team was so poor. The coach, tactics, the players, and also we continue to question the Chelsea management as far as some core decisions are concerned. Thiago Silva has not been playing for Chelsea, playing for quite some time. Today, returning back from injury, it was an unused sub. So far, so good. For the games that Thiago Silva has not played, Chelsea have conceded a quite number of goals compared to if Thiago Silva is on the pitch. So you agree with me if I should say we are going to miss the Brazilian international in terms of leadership, is our capability on the pitch, because I'm not seeing any of the Chelsea current defender as one who can fit into that boot or who can become a mainstay as far as the Chelsea defense is concerned. Disasi is inconsistent. The likes of Kobe is suffering injury. Chaloba is not a defender for we to count on currently, considering the fact that he has been out with injury and also not be able to discover his form, lacking confidence. And then going to Bernard Bandashi, before he went for injury, he has been awful so far this season. So you could see with the current crop of Chelsea defense, there's no one single defender which we can unpick and say this is someone which we can rely on. While for Malon Gusto, he has been doing fantastically well in the absence of Rhys James, but he also needs to improve his game, and probably come next season, Malon Gusto will be a top player to reckon with if he can stay out with injury. So he's still getting to learn the EPL. Then going to our goalkeeper Petrovic today, I'm disappointed. I'm still disappointed up to this very moment. I'm disappointed. I see no reason why, as a professional goalkeeper, you could not punch out an header, rather punching it to his own net. That was a poor one for Petrovic. Though Petrovic has been good so far, deputizing the place of Sanchez and even taking the number one spot. If a player should do well, we always give that player kudos. But if they fail to perform as expected, we still need to call them out. So for today's game, I'm highly disappointed in Petrovic. Then for the rest of Chelsea players, we saw Chelsea team that lack that that seriousness to win games. It was more of like the Chelsea players don't really know what is at stake as at this time of the season. Invariably, even we are a team like Everton that they suffer point deduction, probably by now we should be suffering, or we should be fighting for relegation. We should be around 18 or 17 in the table. That is relegation spot. So the Chelsea coaching staffs, Mauricio Pochettino, then the Chelsea players, they need to put things in order to see how far we can bounce back from this sloppy display, because our next game is against Manchester United. Remember, we suffer defeat in the hands of Manchester United in the first leg 4-1. So this is an opportunity for us to be in good form while we'll be hosting the Red Devils in Stamford Bridge on the 4th of August. On the 4th of April. Sorry for that, 4th of April. That is on Thursday, a few days from now. Then after that game, we'll be playing Sheffield in a couple of days. Sheffield in a couple of days. So we have two EPL games coming up, which we need to bounce back to winning ways. But as it stands, it seems top four is no longer a priority, and it's looking almost impossible with our current form because inconsistency has been the order of the day since Mauricio Pochettino took over. Then going over to the Chelsea board, they really need to do their own part when it comes to our medical department. With the number of injuries which will suffer this season or since this Chelsea board took over from Roman Abramovich, the number of injuries which we've had is far more than what we do have in an average of 5 seasons under Roman Abramovich. So probably the Chelsea board needs to reevaluate the medical team to see how far they can get back those players who are out on injury or constantly suffering injury. Though for some players, the likes of Wesley Fofana, the likes of Christopher Nkunku, the likes of Kanicho Koemeka, and also Mulavia were all signed with injury. The Chelsea board knew that these players are injury prone. So that is why I'm not part of those persons who will blame the current Chelsea bad performance as a result of injury. The Chelsea board they knew before they signed these players. So this is not the case of because of injuries. That is why our team is not performing. We had the opportunity of winning Burnley today, but we threw every chances. We could not utilize our chances. So, fellow Blues and lovers of Chelsea, kindly go over to the comment section, drop your match reaction, and also let me know where you're watching from. Look forward to our preparation, which will be coming up starting from on Monday, ahead of our game against Manchester United in Stamford Bridge. That game is 4th April, Thursday. So, guys, thank you for always joining me. I remain Alex here on Chelsea headquarters, where we always give you latest Chelsea news and more happening from our camp. Bye for now.